Hi, thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. My name is CMattDye, and let's get into the top 5 CNFT projects. So I like to start off with volume, so let's go ahead and do that. And we can see volume has pretty much been kind of dismal. This is day to day. You can see volume is up, but the trades and the NFTs sold are down on the day. Week over week, we can check this out, and volume is a little bit up, but trades and NFTs sold are down. So we can see clearly that is the case. And month over month, you can see volume is down, trades and NFTs sold are all down. What does that tell you? Basically, what we already are seeing is people are flocking to established so-called blue chip projects, and they're leaving the small ones in the dust. Now, there are some small projects that are doing well. The majority of them are not, and some of the so-called blue chips are actually not doing that well either. But you have Clay, Ape Society, those are doing very well. Others are holding up, Mutants and Derp, they're kind of holding up. But then you have some that aren't really doing that well. So we can see the overall volume. It's been trying to maintain a little bit here, but it is pretty much dismal. It's just bad. And that's kind of what you would expect in a bear market. You know, it is what it is, and I'm not really buying and selling a lot of NFTs right now. I'm just holding the ones that I have, looking for deals, and trading crypto. That's what I do, and that's why I am starting the project. That's why I have the Discord. So if you're interested, check that out. If not, let's get on with the video. So let's get on with the top 5. You have Mallard Order in the #1 position, followed by the Ape Society, Clay Nation, Cabins by the Ape Society, and then the newcomer, Keyboard Warriors Internet Cafe. They're doing some things, and we'll get into that when we get into that. First on the list is Mallard Order, so let's talk about them a little bit. Mallard Order is doing relics. A lot of people are excited about that. You collect all the relics, and you get some, brand new shiny things. All-time high sales at 25,000. That's really good. 1,454 owners out of 6,500. It's pretty okay. 353 listed. I believe that was the same as last week. So maybe that number doesn't change very often on this site. If we scroll down here, you can see Mallard Order has done very well. It pumped at first, it came down a little and then stagnated. Then it pumped again, went sideways a little bit. Now it's pumping again, and it's pushing up. It hasn't quite gotten over 2,000 completely. Right now it's at 1715. So we could see a little bit more of a pullback on Mallard Order, especially with the relics coming out. But I do believe it is a good project going forward. Now, if it does come down into like the 1,300 range, I would be a buyer. I don't know if that's even going to happen, but I'm just saying if it did, I would be a buyer. But right now it's kind of just there. If it gets over 1,800 and stays above that, and then over 2,000, that's what I would look for a breakout. Now, if it's going to stagnate, it's going to come down. Maybe that 1,700 area would be, decent. If it drops lower than that, I would get interested into buying. But right now, I'm just kind of watching it to see what's going to happen. It's a project that has a lot of hype in it. You do have a lot of whales in there, which is cool. The price has jumped so much, and you still have the top 5 owning over 100. So just something to point out there. Next, let's go to the Ape Society. Ape Society is a project that it's been a good project since it minted. We have 180,000 all-time high sell, 2,019 holders out of 7,000. That's very good. 107 listed at the moment. If we scroll down here, you can see basically it's like pre-Mallard Order. And I'm not saying Mallard is going to turn into Ape Society, but it is looking like it's going to be good long term. So Ape Society, bounced a little, stagnated, bounced a little sideways, bounced a little sideways, and now it's starting to take off because everybody's finding out about it. People from other blockchains are coming over to buying apes, and that is good for Cardano because that means more people are in Cardano. If we look at this, it looks very janky. So it looks to me like you could see it come back down here, and that would probably be around that 8,000 range. I'm not saying it's going to 100%, but that's what it looks like to me right now. Like it can come back down. So if you're looking for an entry, watch that area. I don't believe Ape Society is going to go too far down. So I'm looking at that little range there. Also, you have, your staking right now. The staking platform is going to hold a lot. It's going to hold it up, but the bear market's going to, hold it down a little bit. And then once that bull market does hit, which is probably going to be around next summer, maybe a little bit later than that is what I'm thinking. But, again, that's my opinion. But that's what I'm watching, that 8,000 range. Next, let's go to Clay Nation. Clay Nation is a project that I really like. Everybody in Clay Nation is really cool. We use the phrase keep it clay. Clay is a verb. So that's very cool. Everybody's just chill, relaxed, and good people. 100,000 all-time high sell. 4,305 holders out of 9,970. That's fabulous. 365 currently listed. If we look at Clay, it bounced here, sideways, bounced here, sideways, and bounced here. And now it's starting to push up. Does it take out that $4,000 level? That's 4,008 a level, whatever. If it takes that out and holds it, that would be interesting. If not, it could come down a little bit more. I don't really have a projection on Clay right now. It's really holding above 3,000, and I don't think it goes below that. Where it goes from here, really just kind of have to wait and see. I don't really have a prediction, like I said, but it is holding over 3,000. So if it goes down 3,300, 3,000 to 3,300, I might pick up a couple more. But right now it's a great project. It's looking good, and there's a lot of hype. A lot of people are looking for that Clay store to open. You've probably seen the Clay token take off recently. I was buying around that 2-cent level. Telling other people to buy around that 2-cent level, and it's looking pretty good. So I'm definitely bullish on Clays, all three of these that I've talked about so far, actually. And number 4 is a spinoff of Ape Society. These are the cabins. So you have to have a cabin to be able to stake your frame for Society token. And to be able to stake, you either have to have an ape or a partner project. There's a lot of partner projects out there. Right now, cabins, the floor is 855, around that 600 level. I was looking at buying some, but now that it's pumped to 855, I'm personally not looking. But the 20,000 all-time high sell, that was a Chateau. 2933 holders out of 10,000. That's okay. 483 listed right now. And if we look at this, you had basically sideways, 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 and then it started to pump over here. This was the staking talked about coming out. It came out, and then it just pumped all the way up to 1,100 floor, which was amazing. And then it dropped down to 650, 579, and then it kind of just went sideways. And now it's starting to push up again. What am I watching? That really 800. I'm watching 800 ADA here. If it breaks 800 ADA, it can come back down. Maybe 550 to 650, somewhere in there. This is pure speculation because I don't really have, a real good opinion on this. But that's what I'm watching. If it does break that 800 ADA level, look for it to come down a little bit more if you're wanting to get into this project. That's how I am looking at it myself. So if it were to come down here, that's where I would be wanting to get in around that. Ideally for me, 500 to 600, but I'm thinking it's probably going to be 550 to 650. So that's what I would be looking for to get in. So take that with a grain of salt, but those are my thoughts. Number 5 is Keyboard Warriors Internet Cafe. This is a project that I 100% slept on. I don't really want to get in them. I can trade crypto and make more, so that's what I'm doing personally. I'm not buying and selling a lot of NFTs. So, but anyway, that's what I am looking for to probably see this project go up a little bit more just on the hype that is in it. What is it going to do from now? It really hasn't found a floor, I don't think. I could be wrong. That's 100% of the time I will be wrong at some point. It could be today, could be tomorrow, who knows. But anyway, this is kind of what I'm looking. I don't think it's really found the floor yet. So, is it going to go from here to 500? I don't think so. I think it probably comes down again to test some boundaries. If we look at this, there's 1,243 listed. That is a lot out of 8,888. There's 1,761 holders. So there's barely more holders than there are listed right now. That's a lot of supply on the market. And a lot of supply on the market either does one of two things. It either drops the floor, or a lot of people come in and start buying up this market. And by this market, I mean the KWIC NFTs. Now, which one is more likely to happen? Well, the volume has been sucked out of the NFT market. There's not really a lot. So probability-wise, I would think the floor would go lower, right? So that's what I'm thinking. Is it going to go higher afterwards? It can, but do I think it's going to come back down to that, 120 and maybe below? I do. I do think that, just because there's so many listed right now. I'm not really looking at the floor. I didn't look at JPEG listings. If we look at this, you have you do have some cells over the floor. The majority are at the floor. And the amount that are listed kind of concerns me. So I can't really recommend anyone to buy right here. Maybe it does take off and I'm wrong. That can happen. But I'm just thinking that, going with the probability, it should come down a little more, and then once it does find that floor, there is a lot of hype behind the project. So it can do something after that. It's been 2 weeks on the top 5 list, so that is interesting. But anyway, those are my thoughts right now. Now, what trades have I done since last week? Not much in the NFT market, really. I won this guy, Golden Tennis Ball Vox. Super hyped about him. He's going to be living in my wallet for quite a while. He's in my main wallet if you wanted to go check him out. Other than that, I've really just been, hanging out and, trading cryptos. Working on my NFT project, finalizing the art this week, so I should have some sneak peeks coming out if you are interested in that. Discord will be below. I did mint a couple of Moonboy spacesuits, and they are, this one here, this is a rare, and this one here, this is a common. I minted them for 12,000 moon a piece. So you can mint them for 12,000 moon or 33 ADA. I chose to mint them for 12,000 moon a piece, which was, pretty cool. The spacesuits will be used to hunt moon drops. Do I think Melting Moon Boys is going to be a huge project going forward? I don't really know, but I do like the project and I like the art. I've liked the art since they've minted, but I didn't mint them. So I had to wait for a time to be able to jump in, and I did that recently. I did buy a well, I won a Moon Boy in a raffle, which was a really good deal. And, minting these spacesuits I think is going to be cool. And the community's fun. That's really what I look for is when I look for an NFT project, I want to have a fun community, a community that's knowledgeable, and a community that cares. And that's why, right now, some of my main projects, Space Pugs, Adam over there is just a great guy, knowledgeable, and just works and creative. Steel Society, Stevie's very creative, works, just a good guy. Moon Boy, I like the team. I've met some of the team members, talked with them, and just good people. So that's what I like. I'm in a few other projects, but like Clays, for example, love those guys over there. And that's it. So that's kind of what I did. And the mints that I'm looking for coming up is basically the lending pond. The pond NFTs I'm kind of hyped about. I'm waiting on that. And that's really about it for this month. I'm looking for lending pond and everything else mints next year. So that's pretty much all that I'm really hyped for. I know a lot of people are looking at some other projects. I'm just not. So, you got to be honest. So, maybe I miss a project. I have missed some in the past. I will miss some in the future. That's just a guarantee of life. You're going to miss some things. So anyway, with that, thanks for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. If so, throw a thumbs up. I would appreciate that. If you have any other ideas, maybe I should do these videos a little differently. Maybe you would enjoy certain things that I talk about. Throw that in the comment section below. If you join the Discord, you can suggest anything. If you think my videos should be different, or maybe I should do the Discord differently, let me know that as well. I definitely appreciate that. So thanks a lot for participating in the video today. I hope you got some out of it. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you around the crypto markets. Take care.